Hello friends, very warm welcome in this video again after a long period of time I'm recording this video. And today I am recording this video. The reason is I have some thoughts to share with you. The thoughts that I have been affected or I have been passed through or the right now coming in my mind. These thoughts I want to share with you. That's why particularly I'm recording this video. Now what I want to tell you is that is no huge difference in me that I have recorded that video before or I'm recording it right now. The only thing happened and the only thing changed is right now the month is going on the June, the 6th month in which the last day is my birthday. So what I had decided in the 1st of the June that in this whole month I want to do such activities that can build up a very good confidence on me and build up the the environment. On that basis I can do something or I can take some classes that give me some benefits on my next future year. So what I had decided in this whole month is I had to do two things very particularly, or certain things was one is to write a Gita for whom that I will explain you later on. The one thing is to write the Gita, our religious book and the most lovable book of mine. And another book is The World Power Made Easy. That is the book. If I could read that book within 1 month, then I would have the more grammatical or more vocabulary of the English. So I can make my English very sound. That was the only reason to choose these two options to carry forward in this whole month. So the first thing is to write Gita. The reason behind that is that I'm going in the temple every day. I go temple every day. I made some friends, UK born friends here, and what is now we are good friends. We share our thoughts with each other. Now, so what happened that one day there is one of my friend Krishna who said me that that he couldn't read Gita because of the he did she doesn't know Gujarati, so means she doesn't know to read Gujarati. She can speak very well and she can understand very well, but and the translation of the Gita in English is very hard to understand. So she gave me one idea that if there would be some kind of material in which the Gita is written in Gujarati but in the English language. You know, you know what I mean, that if I say something in Gujarati and I write that is in English. So if something the material would be like that, it would be easier for her to understand the Gita. So she can read that all the materials and she can understand the Gita. So we didn't have we had thought that we would write someday. But when I came home, what I thought is that because the 10th of June is her birthday, so I thought let me give her this book as a gift, writing in the Gujarati English. So and I had 10 days. So what I thought is if I would write this, then what would happen, that I would have the knowledge of the Gita, the powerful religious source of our mind. And another thing is I would have this some more and more vocabulary, more and more words which would be improved in me as an English. So I decided. And another thing is that it was a very hard period to finish that book, because 10 days is not a sufficient days, because what I was supposed to do that I was gonna write in the English, then the translation in Gujarati, then the translation in English, and all the stuff. It is very hard and much taking time. So, but what I had in my mind is if I would decide to do that, I would make a goal to do that, then I would that it would be possible for me to judge myself that am I ready, am I able to do the things that I want to do, or am I, if I choose some goals, then I have capability to fulfill or to complete the aims or not. So that's why I decided to complete that book in 10 days. Although it was a hard, But because I had the goal and I want to complete that, I want to prove myself that the thing that I want to do, I can do. So I have started and I have started to make plan. How would I go to writing this book? And in the starting days, what happened that I was taking it easy, not seriously, because I thought that it's very easy to complete in 10 days. Because I was thinking that it is too much time and the Gita is a very small book. But when I kept going very slowly, and after 5 days, I suddenly realized it's not the easy that way I'm thinking. Then I made a plan. Then I thought that now I need to do very hard work, otherwise it would be impossible for me to complete this book. So what happened, fortunately the thing was, in that week I had holidays. Mostly, usually I work on my holidays and I earn money. But this time what I thought that let me take my holidays and let me complete this book perfectly. But although, the desire to earn more money, I just contact my manager. But what suddenly, and I can say fortunately, they didn't want me to work on my holidays because they haven't got budget. They hadn't have budget to pay me on my holidays. So they told me that you better it would be better if you take your holidays. So I thought that is very great because anyhow I wanted to complete that book. So I did that. In the completion of that book, it takes too much time. I realized, I remembered. I was reminded by the A's that I have passed in my 11th and 12th science, that I used to work on the chair and table constantly 12 hours and 14 hours and 10 hours. So I did that in the 3 days, that I constantly sit on chair and table, and constantly I was writing without any interruption. And on those days I I learned Gita very deeply. I got the knowledge very, very soundly, that I can say that it have changed my life a little bit better, because I have now some bit more knowledge. I have the solution of my some problems, that all I have gone from the Gita. For that I would have to thank Krishna, that because of her, that I thought to give her this book, and because of that I started to write this down the book. So it was very grateful. So I then, in the 10th of June, I completed this book and I gave her as a present. So that was my aim. That was the one thing that I have completed in this month. Now another thing I have to complete before my birthday comes is to complete that book, which increases my vocabulary in English and which includes my little bit English knowledge, or powerful, the vocabulary, powerful speaking of English. That's what I want. That's why I have decided to complete that book. Now, when I made a plan, when I started to do this, then I had made plan to read that book simultaneously with writing with Vita, but it wouldn't possible. It wouldn't have possible, because I realized that if I would read that book, then it would not be possible for me to complete that book. That's why now I have to concentrate only and only on that book. Then and then it would be possible for me to complete that book in the right time. Otherwise, my another goal will not be finished. But I don't want that. Anyhow, I want to finish these two goals. What happened simultaneously with this month is, because I had a plan according to my work at the Tesco, but now I got another job, I need to go there as well, so I have to spend some more time in other job as well. So I need to take that time, and I have to find precious time to read that book. Otherwise, that gonna be very hard for me. But I have the confidence and I have the strength that anyhow I will do that. So this is the reason why I'm